Hi, my name is Greg. I've been an Upstream Arts teaching artist for 4 years. I'm also a clown, improviser, writer, and an actor. I'm glad you're here with us today. To start off this video, I would like you to watch, listen, and join in. Hey everybody, I have some rubber bands here. I'm going to give each one of you a rubber band. I have a yellow one for me. Dylan, which color would you like?
Oh, pink, please, pink.
Pink. Here we go. Here it comes. Right. Siobhan, what color would you like?
I want a zebra one, black and white.
Ooh, zebra, black and white zebra. Oh yeah, I got it right here. Here it comes. And Christian, what color would you like?
Is there a rainbow rubber band?
There is. I have a rainbow one. Here it comes. All right. So everybody, I'd like everybody to take hold of your rubber bands like this. And then start stretching them. Some of you watching too, you can do this. Sarah, I see you. And let it back. And one more time. Open it as wide as you can. Arms as wide as you can. Yeah. Ooh. And then relax again. Thanks, Christian. What sort of stretch would you like to do with your rubber band? And you can lead us.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to use my legs even though I'm sitting down. So I'm going to hook it on my foot.
All right. Cool. Hook it around.
I'm just going to do it straight down. I don't want to reach that far. I'm just going to throw it down.
Yeah, that's cool. And if you're at home sitting in a chair, you could loop it around the arm of your chair. There's a lot of ways to do a different stretch.
All right. Siobhan, what sort of stretch are you thinking of for us to do?
Well, first I want to stretch it over my head, put it over my shoulders, and stretch it like that.
Ooh. Kind of like a pressing straight out. Oh, yeah. If you're doing this with us, just go as far as you can. And back. Thanks, Siobhan. Thank you. And Dylan, what stretch do you have for us with your rubber band?
Well, I want to see if I can take this pink rubber band and put it on one thumb and one elbow.
Oh, one thumb and one elbow. Okay. Then pull it up. Yeah.
Now I want to flip.
Oh, switch sides. Do it the other way. Yeah. Thanks, Dylan. Thank you, Siobhan. And thank you, Christian. I saw a lot of creative, different ways for us to stretch our bodies using rubber bands. Some standing, some sitting. What I love about this activity is that there's a clear invitation to take the rubber band without having to really do anything. There's no pressure to perform. And right away, we're asking you to use your imagination. We get to practice mirroring, but we're adding an element of interaction and connection as we work together. Warm hands to everyone. Let's move on. Wow.
Thanks, Greg, and welcome to video 3 of The Art of Engagement, where we're going to explore the second part of our connect equation, and that's to mirror. So invite plus mirror equals connect, if you remember that. And when we look at the work of Upstream Arts, it's about creating shared experiences where we can learn about each other and listen to each other's stories. There's no better way to begin to explore the concept of sharing than actually doing the same thing at the same moment together. So we're going to explore and experience the many ways that we mirror each other every day, socially and while we're working together. We're going to notice how the routines and the rituals that we establish with each other are a reflection of what has come before and how these patterns are mirroring the past experiences. So let's take a look at the schedule for how we're going to proceed today. Elastic stretching, we did that one already. We're going to welcome, we're going to do intros, we're going to talk about transitions, and we're going to mirror in 3 different ways, through narrating and naming, matching, and reflecting, and then we're going to close it out. So here's our guidelines. Choice. What are the choices that you're going to do today? What are the choices that you're going to offer your students? Support. What are the things that you need to feel supported? And what are the ways that you are going to support your students? And risk. Where are all the spaces and places that you ensure that you can try something new, that your student can try something new? Choice, support, and risk. All right, let's keep practicing. Hi, my name is Julie, and one way that I mirror every single day is I mirror the vocal tone of the person that I'm having a conversation with. So, hi, hey, hi.
Hi. Hey. Hi.
Nice. Go ahead, Matt. Is there a way you mirror?
Yeah, hi, my name is Matt, and one way that I mirror the people around me is I mirror their body language and their facial expression to let them know that I see them. So, hi.
Hi. Oh, it's so subtle. Nice. I like that. How about you, Jess?
Hi, my name is Jess, and one way I mirror people every day is I will repeat back what someone has said to make sure I get it right. So, repeat back.
Repeat back? Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Think about it just for a minute. What are the ways that you mirror the gestures, the speech patterns, or the attitudes of those people that are around you? We do these things unconsciously all the time for the most part, but if we look for and we intentionally create these moments in our relationships with students, if we are aware of them, if we can begin to find those commonalities that generate understanding and rapport, building relationships, creating trust, all of these things come together to get us ready to learn. So let's keep practicing.
Yeah. All right. Now it's time for us to do a little bit of dancing as a transition today. Ready? Let's hear that music, and we're going to start with our eyebrows. Notice how Julie and Matt and I are isolating our eyebrows. Try it on at home. I know it might feel a little silly. You got this. All right, Matt, how about leading with your hands? Going side to side with his hands. Julie and everybody at home join in. Oh, kind of clenched his hands and eyebrows are kind of going like this. I wonder if he's feeling a little angry? I don't know. Oh. And they're back side to side. All right, Julie, how about leading with your shoulders? How do you isolate your shoulders to dance with your shoulders? Everybody try it on at home. Oh, maybe one shoulder. All right, now, I want each of you to just pick the body part that you want to lead with. Let's go. Trying my elbows. Julie's got her shoulders. Looks like Matt's leading with his head. His chin's coming out sometimes. Yeah. Nice work. And nice work at home, too. You know, sometimes we just need to loosen it up and have some fun. Body part dancing also isolates our focus on different parts of the body. And a clear focus can help our brains relax, as can a bit of movement. Did you notice how I was describing the action? This is a practice of narrating and naming. When you're working with students, either one-on-one or in a group setting, narrating and naming can be a great way to mirror, to validate. It's another way of saying, hey, I see you, I hear you. Ideally, this practice comes from an impartial observer perspective with no judgment attached. Notice the difference between these two. Matt, you're so angry. And, Matt, your eyebrows are going like this and your fists are clenched. I wonder if you're feeling angry. The second one was observation only, with some curiosity, but no judgment or jumping to my conclusions. Narrating and naming impartially can take a lot of practice, especially in moments of stress, at least for me. I find that when I feel centered and prepared, I can do this more easily. I can mirror the experience for everyone, and at the same time, instill that sense of validation where all involved feel seen and heard. Think about how you already incorporate narrating and naming into your practice. Are there any adjustments you'd like to make in this space? Okay, let's keep practicing.
Thank you. To mirror or mimic those around us is our first form of communication, right? It's our first way of learning about the world. Well, what if it was also our first way of learning about each other? Now, when we're thinking about working with our students or our clients, it's all about meeting someone where they're at. All right, I want you to watch a scene played out by a couple of our teaching artists, Greg and Dylan.
Hey, Greg. How's it going? So check it out. We have this fun game that we call mirroring, where one of us does a motion and then the other one mirrors it. So like I see you going like this, and I would just try it out for a bit. Sounds fun? Why don't you copy me? Okay.
What did you notice? I didn't think Dylan was meeting Greg where he was at. I thought Dylan was trying to lift Greg's energy. All right, well, let's give Dylan another try.
Hey, Greg.
Social mirroring is about trying on what someone else is feeling or experiencing. When we do this, when we show in our bodies the delight or the frustration or the surprise that someone in front of us is demonstrating, it helps us to understand how they are experiencing the moment. Matching their energy, entering into the experience that they are having at that moment. And we can do this through our body language, through our facial expressions and gestures, or through our pacings and rhythms. Throughout our Upstream Arts curriculum, we deliberately practice this skill in many ways through our mirroring activities. And after we practice, we point out how we use these skills in our daily interactions, like the ways we pointed out in our intros earlier in this video.
You got a copier.
It's a practice, one that we cycle back to again and again, and it yields such positive results in the growth of our relationship with students. We can also reflect and interpret what we see in front of us, just like the emotion statues activity we did in the last video, where we reflected the shape that we saw in front of us.
Oh, both of those are really different. Let's try twisted.
And this is where we can begin to really use our creativity to mix and match different art mediums. Watch as our teaching artists Dylan, Greg, Siobhan, and Christian reflect and interpret physical movements, sounds, music, and emotions into lines, shapes, and colors.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Or we can go the other direction and turn a line drawing into a movement. Or we can turn a movement into a sound.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Boom, bop, bop, boom, bop, bop, boom, bop, bop, boom.
There are so many different ways that we can mirror, right? We can narrate and name what we observe so that we can mirror and validate the experience for everyone. We can do it literally by matching the body language, expressions, or rhythms of other people. Or we can design our shared experiences to be routine and repeatable so that we know what to expect each time we meet. And finally, we can use our creativity to reflect and interpret what we observe. And there you have it. Invite plus mirror equals connect. This is how we try to begin all of our relationships, with a mindful intention for welcoming and an authentic curiosity to discover and learn the many varied stories of the people around us, to notice and listen. Invite plus mirror equals connect. Thanks for joining us. In the next video, we're going to start looking at the second of our 3 C's, converse. We look forward to seeing you then. Now, Julie, what's our final stretch for this video?
I'm going to isolate my shoulders, I think, for this one. So I'm going to roll back and down.
Nice. Thank you, Julie. All right, see you next time. Keep practicing being creative.